how to split a fully qualified file name and display its substrings. Before we continue with this tutorial, you can learn how to acquire the fully qualified file name of a file using VBA in a related tutorial, with the link provided in description below. Let's get started. First, write option explicit, then create the subprocedure and name it split to substrings followed by a pair of parentheses, then press enter. Inside the subprocedure, declare a dynamic array of type string. Then declare two more variables of type string and integer. Next, for testing purposes, we initialize the variable FQFilename with fully qualified file name. Again, link for the tutorial on how to get the fully qualified file name of a file using VBA is on the description below. We can now split the string contained in our variable FQFilename using VBA's split function and use the / character as delimiter. Substrings after the split will be stored in our dynamic array. To check if the split was successful, let us use the watch tool of the VB editor. To watch a variable, right-click any instance of our array variable and select Add Watch. This will open the Add Watch dialog box. Don't make changes in the dialog box and just press OK. This will add our array variable inside the Watches window of the VB editor. To see the contents of variables under Watch, pause program execution before variables go out of scope, and in this case, before the subprocedure ends. Press F9 to set breakpoint, then run macro. Once the breakpoint is activated, you can now see the contents of our array inside the Watches window. Click on the plus sign to expand the contents. In the value column, you will now see the substrings, indicating that the split was successful. Now to demonstrate how to access values stored in an array, we will show each substrings on a message box. Values in an array are accessed through its element's index number, and by using for next statement, we can iterate through each of these index numbers. The message box goes inside our for next loop, and each time our variable I takes a new index number from the loop, the substring in the message box is also updated. Then, run macro. And there you go. You are now able to access values from an array. Now let's try to understand better what we have just accomplished. First, arrays in general are declared the same way as other types of variables are declared. The only difference is that array names need to be followed by a pair of parentheses. Second, dynamic arrays are declared without size, just empty parentheses. Size of a dynamic array is increased or decreased as needed at runtime using the statement redim and the keyword preserve. But for now, we will not cover redim and preserve to keep this tutorial short and clear. On the other hand, VBA built-in functions that uses arrays as containers for its output, such as the split function we used here, automatically resizes the array according to the size of output it needs to store. After the split function was executed, you will see in our Watches window that our dynamic array had been resized to 3-element array. A quick note on built-in functions using array as output container. Index number will always start at 0 regardless if we used option-based statement to change it to 1. Finally, the for next loop will be bounded by the lowest and highest indexes of our array variable ARY. Function lbound returns a value of 0, the first element in our array. Function ubound returns a value of 2, the last element in our array. Don't get confused. What is returned by lbound and ubound functions are index numbers of the elements and not the total number of elements inside the array, which is 3. And remember, indexing started at 0 and not 1. This tutorial ends here, and if you think this has been helpful realizing your dream to fully automate Excel, please like, comment, and subscribe for more Applied Excel VBA. Thank you for watching.